You guys like my maester skirt? I need to get a haircut. It was getting too long. I fell asleep after my last video. I haven't played Final Fantasy X yet, so I'm probably going to do that. Since it's Sunday, I guess I'll give thanks to the fact that I don't traffic kids, so I'm not in jail right now, or prison, whatever's worse. I like being able to do this and not have to have my hand go past iron bars. Let's put it that way. I thought about like sending pictures of donuts to P. Diddy, but as guilty as fuck as he is, he needs to think and reflect about all that Book of Mormon shit because the only way he's gonna get out of this in any type of way, not totally fucked, is by telling on the Gadianton robbers. But from what I can piece together, it seems like this is so stupid. Like, I know there's other like I don't even have a lawsuit against P Diddy at the moment because I don't have enough evidence on P Diddy. Tiffany is the one who has evidence on P Diddy. God, she's my fucking link to all this bullshit. Girls' Generation, TTS, bring it back to 140. Also, I'm shocked to find out that the entire New York police precinct in Manhattan has a picture of P. Diddy in their office and that they're all working for him. But I figured someone was working for him in the police because allegedly, when I false flagged Tiffany's, allegedly, when someone false flagged Tiffany's second meet greet, I really never even left my apartment. But someone allegedly called the police in New York and pretended to be from Dive Studio, and they were like, Tiffany's not allowed to date. And instead of being like, oh, this is between them, they were like, or have you thought about letting your artist have her own life? They were like, we have a unit for that, or whatever the fuck. So, paraphrasing. Then, allegedly for some reason, New York sent some police officers on a train and through to the metro to try to talk to me, and I was like, if you could show my doorman a warrant, but they couldn't. So then P. Diddy got raided because I shared them all the evidence I had on them, on Tiffany. So allegedly all that first shit, and then totally for real, someone from New York showed up at my apartment trying to talk to me, asked for a warrant, and they basically knowing their way the fuck out of their jurisdiction just left. So you don't do that unless you're hiding some criminal bullshit, is what I'm saying. Buzz it, baby. I don't know. To be totally honest, what have I learned from all of this? I think I can save Marin Altman. I think she's just a victim of her own stupidity, and she just needs to take some. Like she looks like the fact that I couldn't find any of her porn when I tried to find it means that she's probably still kind of tight. Of course, she's a criminal whore. They all are. Like I think Horfany's totally innocent. No, she thought she was gonna get a Grammy. Fucking Kevin Nish like honestly, I think Kevin Nish might be such a beta male that he's never even gotten his dick wet. Um, which is probably why he's getting plowed by P Diddy or whatever the fuck's gonna come out about that shit. Because I don't know who any of these assholes are. I just know that Stephanie seems like she's like being depraved of cock. She is like super, at least to me. Like she's like it seems like she's in a cage surrounded by a bunch of dudes who take it in the ass and she wants to get plowed. Which is why 8 years later, 6 years later, she's still bothering me and all that bullshit. Basically, Tiffany Young from Girls' Generation is my alpha widow. It's the best way you can say it. And the reason why that is because you know how like in Final Fantasy, which by the way, like I went ahead and just made Yuna some of Riku's sphere abilities, and I turned her as much as I could into Riku as possible. Because there's no way Yuna's ever gonna not like me too much, so at least she can be more like Riku. Anyways, so you know how in like Final Fantasy X, I'll be like, oh shit, I didn't get the lance that gives me an extra +5 to my strength attack. I gotta reset the game. Oh shit, I got the +5, but I didn't get the +5 and the +3. This is bullshit. I have to reset the game. Uh, P. Diddy is like that. Kevin Nish is like that. Only with like pretty girls. They're like, no, everyone's gonna know I take it up the ass if I don't hang out with all these pretty girls. So I'm gonna have all these pretty girls on contract hang out with me. Then I'm gonna go take it up the ass at a party. That's like how it is. That's like to them, like them depriving Stephanie, Tiffany Young Wang, Tiffany Young Girls' Generation, whatever the fuck you want to call her, I don't give a shit. Whatever, like whatever their version, like the way I will reset the game to make sure I get the +3 Night Lance or whatever the fuck, they have like a meltdown if they don't have like the hottest girls surrounding them while they get fucked in the ass by each other and like rich executives. It's retarded. It is some kind of a religion. They call that like the way Billy Carson, more or less, him and all that. This one probably isn't from Billy Carson. It might be from one of the other ones. Who gives a shit? All that like extra spiritual shit, whatever the fuck, with like a dash of religion and like a whole bunch more science behind it. According to that shit, if this world is like a matrix, if you want to call it, humans are like focal energy points. So uh, the the religion of the Satanists is they harvest our key, our energy, and then they turn it into a sphere, and then they level up somehow with like money or riches. And according to some of the leak shit from WikiLeaks, which is Julian Assange, it's because they turn people into like shoes and drugs, and they sell that to the super elite who are some kind of like other hybrid race of human and something else. And to them, that's a drug. Because like to humans, humans aren't really a drug. I can see the whole adrenochrome thingy, maybe the achrome thingy. I can kind of see how that would be turned into a drug. But humans really don't see humans as drugs. Humans see like, like cocaine's a drug, right? Amphetamine's a drug, right? Like there that toad in the rainforest that when you lick it, you get like high as gas, right? What was it? One of the Theta Bros who makes music on the blockchain and made some decent money on the blockchain. He made a song because I had that joke saying how I was like, oh, high as a giraffe's pussy. So he made the rap song with the beat about a astronaut on the giraffe in space on a spaceship. Like, that's funny, right? But like humans don't really like you can't like lick a human and the humans don't release a toxin, right? No. But if like a tree frog licked a tree frog, the tree frog wouldn't get high on the tree frog, right? So you know how like in like that book, what was it? Animal Farm? Like the pigs start selling out the farm to the farmers, and then at the end of the book, the pigs look kind of like the farmers. That's what it is. Like you have to end up being one of whatever them is to benefit off of whatever the human farm is doing. Like the human trafficking cannibalism bullshit is because something other than a human, at the very least, like a hybrid Neanderthal Cro-Magnon human, like in Sliders, they have that dimension where the Cro-Mags they beat out the humans and they're the dominant species, and they were like, no, everyone else has humans, not Cro-Mags. We must destroy them all. It's like that. And they see like you know how in like China they like torture the dogs and then they're like and now we made the best meat, the best noodles dish for you. Like they're not killing the dogs and torturing the dogs and cooking the dogs so they can eat it. I'm sure some of them also do, but they're doing all that to sell it to someone, right? So all this bullshit that P Diddy and all that bullshit, like who are they selling it to? Why? Follow the money. Anyways, it really seems like my involvement is I met Stephanie Mi Young Wang, Tiffany Young in 2018. I was so drunk. Oh my God, I was so drunk. I hacked the Mormon church allegedly in front of her by accident. I do it, don't take it the wrong way. I do it all the time because like they do it to me and all that bullshit or did or whatever, allegedly, whatever the fuck. I didn't do anything to it. I was just like, allegedly, I used to like look for open ports and then like quote scriptures at them about them doing wrong and how one of the Lion of Judah will rise up among you and tear everything asunder if you do bad. And that's me, allegedly, or whoever it is. But seven proxies in the VPN. Fuck you. Allegedly. I had scripts to do it. I'm pretty sure I was showing Tiffany my scripts so I could like fondle her. I was like, look at my phone and all my fancy bullshit. Anyways, so I was doing that to her, and I accidentally told her, I think, okay, so it's an old video. The best way to summarize it, there's this old video about, it's from the Pentagon channel, and it's about digital forensics, and how, maybe I'll link it. And it's about how, like, basically, like, right now, the crime scene is the computer and all that bullshit, and how, like, it's really cool and all that bullshit. It's some of the shit I used to do when I was younger before I got, like, everyone thinks you want to do all that crazy bullshit, like kick down the door, and then like I never kicked down the door, but they would like give me the devices that they would find after they kicked down the door, allegedly. Everyone says they want to do that. You don't really want to do that. That's field work. It doesn't pay as much. Anyways, allegedly. But no, like I basically told her some of those stories. I shouldn't have. I was fucking drunk as shit. I basically, she just, even with the short hair, she's just really hot. So I was like, oh my God, I'm a fool around the super hot Asian bitch. I wanted to call her, honestly, but then I was like, no, nah, make me look desperate. I'll just see her again. Anyways, but pretty much, I think what happened is she filed that one away. And yeah, she was like trying to get my attention, but like I specifically remember seeing her now that I know that was her another time, and she because when I first met her, she told me she had a friend. Then when I saw a year later, I saw her at another party and we were fooling around. Now that I know that was her, she literally grabbed my ass to like start fooling around with me. But then um she told me she was engaged for 3 years at that one, and I met her the year before the first time. So I think that she was like, well, this is I'm a boss babe, and this is my career, and Kevin does a lot of nice things, and he's such a good friend, and why wouldn't I get married to Kevin Nishimura from whatever, wannabe homie G's from Asian, right? Whatever. I'm so gangsta G. I'm 5'3". Anyways, and then so then Stephanie basically like at any point in time she could have demanded, like she could have like told me she was Tiffany from Girls' Generation, and I would have like moved things along, but she didn't do that until like late 2022 after Forever One came out. And then she immediately signed with Sublime after I remembered enough of the bullshit she wanted me to remember. And then she like dragged me into this P. Diddy bullshit, and then she literally just sat back and waited or watched as I like went Broly, for lack of a better term, and destroyed everything that was in my path. And then when I finally de-Super Saiyaned, the feds were like, now let's raid P. Diddy. So I honestly, I think Stephanie planned it this way. I think she thought she was gonna like control me a bit more, and I think she thought she was gonna like I was gonna be okay with her act. I'm okay with you like being in Reborn Rich as the hot eye candy and all that. I'm not okay with you being a smut actress. Fucking retarded. The dancing on some loser's knee. Okay, whatever. You did that in 2021. It's 2024, you stupid fucking whore. It would probably be easier just to save Marin. Anyways, I think Stephanie planned this. I think she got in way over her head, and she was like, where's that guy I met super drunk who was doing all that crazy bullshit? Is he full of shit? Does he really do that shit? Does he really have a degree in cyber and counterterrorism? You fucking kidding me? You fucking kidding? You mean to tell me you do more awesome shit than what you were telling me? You mean to tell me you didn't tell me all the really cool shit you do? Why didn't you tell me all the awesome shit? Is that why you're not chasing me? Bullshit. Save me from P. Diddy. Fucking kidding me. I might actually play Final Fantasy X now. So I somehow, some way, it's like Tiffany from Girls' Generation found some way to get me involved because she knew I would go Broly and take down P. Diddy. That's the best way I can describe it. Have a good day.